We ain't hunting down those, so... I do have a mark on. Okay, no you don't. But yeah, we've got expedition gear. Let's have a look at what that looks like. Outfits. Expedition gear. Nope. I still like the civilian the best. I was gonna say it's pretty quick to go through mail and it's like... And I'm like, I don't know if that's a... Was this many dead bodies in here before? A lot of... I didn't notice how many people died in here.
Even if it was a dream, I feel Darling reached out to me through the hotline. I have a feeling he and Trench won't be the only callers from beyond.
With the situation crisis, our own foundation, we demand your attention, Moxie. Oldest house in danger. We open the door, tree and maintenance. Hurry, post haste.
Problem in the foundation. That was Ahti's vacation spot. We need to check this out.
I think either way they're both about the same-ish distance. Far travel, maintenance, restricted area, foundation.
Dark, quiet, trans-dimensional. This place really suits Ahti. So that etching is the door. Okay.
Foundation.
No time for sightseeing. The board said this was an emergency. Looks like no one's been down here in a while.
I haven't been down here at all.
These crystals are kind of pretty. Emily would be having a field day down here.
The foundation. Bottom of the oldest house. Stop the hiss.
Marshall? How was she on the hotline? Unless... she's dead. Jesus. She seemed like the kind of woman who could survive anything. So the hiss found their way down here too.
I don't know how you get up there. Ow, bright light. couple headshots. It helps if I actually had good aim. Like, yep, there's the shifting fragments we need. So, oh, did they actually add any new forms? Was this one? Extra construct, weapon form. No. I would like to see more weapon forms. Okay, we can't even take those. Also, is that just a pit? There's nothing down there. I suppose it's the lowest level of the oldest house, but still.
They're using pickaxes now.
I mean, that's probably all they had. Alright, let's go read through some stuff. It's found. His sharpened agents display the paratalitarian ability to rapidly move short distances. This ability is unique in the fact that it's not associated with any known object power. However, we should not discount the possibility that this ability is an object variation. For example, abrupt physical relocation could potentially be a variant of the jukebox effect. Other explanations of the his sharpened abilities include momentary time manipulation, brief increase in physical speed, inhibiting the witness sense of sight. If we do accept that the his sharpened ability is not connected to a known object power, then the hiss are either manifesting unique paranatural abilities, or they're objects in the house that we aren't aware of. Either way, the hiss continue to develop new strains of corruption, and as a cause for concern. Cave paintings. At first I saw cave paintings and Foundation chronicled ancient humans' encounters with natural occurrences like weather. But soon it became clear they depicted events far outside the average human experience. Also, it seems I was wrong to assume the images are ancient. Radiocarbon dating suggests something impossible that I've been down here longer than the paintings. That's absurd though. The style and medium clearly indicates a Paleolithic origin. I was ready to conclude that an ancient community of humans lived in or around the oldest house. Now, with this information, I don't know what to think. Is one of the agents drawing these, or is there someone down here with us? This place has a habit of skewing my results, so perhaps the data is corrupted, or perhaps some of the paintings were created at different times. The art does seem to chronicle not only the past, but also the present and possibly even the future. I see in them echoes of the board, some linear architecture, even what could be interpreted as a director. Are the paintings telling a story that's still being written? If so, who is writing it? Oh, fine. Can't go up there. We don't get the height. I'm a little lost in what this might be. Nope, they've had an accident down here, of course they have. So we're gonna be able to break those at some point. Cool. 15 fragments, nice.
The astral plane is cutting into our dimension. What if this happened on the upper floors? It'll destroy the bureau.
copy. Collectibles. Search. Astral copy. With the astral plane now physically accessible, a torrent of new information has been collected on the entities known as astral copies. The copies' bodies are composed of a dense stone-like material that's both resilient under controlled circumstances and brittle when struck with significant force. Whether the astral copies possess individual consciousness or are directed by a higher intelligence such as the board remains unknown. However, their shared aggression seems to indicate a unified goal. Dr. Faden's encounters with these entities when binding objects powering the astral plane indicate they serve as live targets for potential para-utilitarians to practice on. Some have been equipped with Bureau weaponry, though it seems unlikely they were armed by our personnel. It's important to note that they appear immune to his corruption. Correspondent, Foundation accent. Mr. Wilder, I have some bad news. You remember that Robert Ricardo fella? We brought him in as a special consultant to map the lower caves. Well, today he found a chamber with weird eyes covering every inch of the walls and a strange black pillar in the center. Kinda looks like the one at the crossroads, but smaller. We had a Bureau member shadowing him, but whatever happened in there did a number on our guest. The doctor's taking a look, but it's pretty clear Mr. Adventure's exploring days are over. I know we were careful to limit this guy's exposure to non-ordinary, drugging him and carrying him through the upper floor was a real hoot, by the way. But we really need to reevaluate our policies on external contractors. Honestly, we'd be better off forming a special division trained in repelling and orienteering than subjecting more outsiders to the shit we deal with. They almost always end up dead or loony, Marcus. Tom, you missed the good news. I'm sure the official memo will go out soon, but Northmore called and all hands at the crossroads to announce we're finally moving out of this hellhole and up into the house proper. Bureau brass apparently solved the moving walls problem, or at least figured out a way to pinpoint where and when they will happen. All I know is going up means goodbye to darkness, goodbye weird lunches with the ex-Nazi scientists, and goodbye pissing into the pit. I know that was you, Barry. Northmore's ordering the Foundation sealed as soon as we can haul our stuff out and somehow convince Ash to come with us. He's the only one kicking up a fuss. This is long overdue. We've lost 11 men and damn near $10,000 in supplies moving between the entrance and the Foundation. And for what? Research? Ash is batty if he thinks we want to stay here and sift through more sand for him. It's just rusted iron flakes anyway. Did you know that? We were breathing that shit in.
I wish I'd brought Emily with me. I could really use my head of research right about now.
Marshall? Marshall! You're alive! Wait! It's Jesse! The director!
Is she actually alive though?
Whoa. This place is huge.
Marshall? Can you hear me?
She was on the hotline, so that person couldn't have been Marshall, right? One problem at a time. Let's see what's going on with that pillar first.
It's been 5 days since we first entered the building. Traversing the interior is dangerous due to the shifting, but we did manage to find a lower cavern that seems structurally predictable, which is a scientific way of saying its walls won't crush us in our sleep. Northmore even made a discovery. A pistol placed on a stone pedestal in front of that strange ebony pillar. Seems like something out of a storybook, except the heroes usually find swords, not handguns. But it is the perfect lure for someone like him. Hours after finding this weapon, Northmore cornered me to spout some nonsense about how the board had made him the director. He ranted about the title being meaningless before now, calling Father and all other previous directors shams, frauds, and worse. I think this place is worse for Northmore than it is for me. Strangest thing? There was no pedestal in front of that pillar a day ago. This building has swallowed a dozen of my men, and now it's handing out presents? Is it playing some sort of game? If it is, we're most certainly losing. Hell, we don't even know the rules.
Where the handgun came from. Nail Dorm Monolith is heard. Touch. Repair the nail linked to prevent astral consumption/collision. This is directed shooting pod. Authorized for a single tool upgrade. Use of the center of the Foundation Arts Bureau. Left, self, or right weapon, only one is permitted. Which will you choose? I should become.
So I can only choose one? I thought I was done with these tests.
I don't know what I want. So we can pull stuff out or shoot to break. Why is only one permitted? What does that even do? I'm going to. I will grant you fracture undo. That will grant you shape manipulate. I don't know what I want here. What would be better? I'm gonna take fracture, I think. We'll see how that goes. This might not actually be what I want. Okay, I missed part of that. I was too busy shooting. Something about trespassing and snooping being being forbidden.
Okay, let's review. This broken pillar is called the Nail. It was broken by something, and now the astral plane is bleeding into the Foundation, which will destroy the Obelisk House, the Bureau, and everyone inside. I need to find 4 locks, or keys, or whatever, to stop that from happening. But I'm the director. I've handled worse. This should be simple. Ish.
Ish.
You with me?
What's the point of this then? Maybe something later. Maybe to go under. So I think depending on which one you get, is what direction you have to go.
That damn gun. Failed. Not sure she's ready.
I'm here, aren't I? I saved the girl once, and I'll do it again.
I'm in the astral plane. This bleed is just getting worse and worse.
They lured me in with Lewin.
That's the cave stand. Looks like the astral bleed goes both ways.
How rude. That's evil. You do not put loot in front of me and then take it away. That's evil.
Hiss in the astral plane? That didn't seem well last time.
Mostly trying to shoot. Files. How did a bathroom end up? You know what? I'm not gonna question it. It happened. I hope no one was trying to use it at the time. I possibly don't need to. I'd rather just carry this cube. Come on, recharge.
Reminder, the Bureau does not have windows. If you notice a window, immediately close your eyes and make your way to the nearest safe room. You are permitted to fashion a blindfold from an article of clothing. Any resulting lapse in dress code will be excused. Thank you for your attention.
The Bureau does not have windows. I did not even think of that. Like, I never questioned the fact that there was no... I never questioned anything about windows. Damn. Complicated website. I see. Yeah, we didn't accidentally crush ourselves. Oh, I was actually thinking it might. Oh. Oh, file. Still mimic.
Entry day plus 86. I mean, big numbers 3 and 11 attacked my staff today. 3 fatalities. 3 if you count Mabel. She was always so kind. As a result, we are abandoning the Foundation. Northmore gave the order to transfer our resources to the upper floors. Now that my control points allow us to safely come and go from the New York streets, did I forget to include that fact in my previous logs? I've been so busy using the arrays I made. Control points have been established throughout the oldest house. Excuse me if I don't sound excited, it's just... A few months ago, I would have been overjoyed to leave the Foundation. Now I realize I've grown fond of it. There's something deep in the stone here, deeper than that watching presence. Something warm. I feel it needing me. I won't go. I'll refuse. I'll be happy, but so be it. I'm starting to see him for what he is, an impotent storm. Father Shade in a cheap suit.
I'll do it. Here's the control point. What?
Join the mission, please. It's
Okay. That made a whole lot of sense. Not. Like that? And I was gonna say it's the closest. No, we've been close before. Is it the closest we've been to the game, but... But the board has control of this section that I should play. Why can't they just do this? Completely different. Whoops. I want this. Oh, we just got down the hole. Oh, come on. Ain't no control point. Anyone else? That doesn't look like it. How much more is there in here? Fine, you know you want to move forward. Maybe you don't. In which case, we're gonna pick it up. Oh, you couldn't just jump out of the hole. How's that fair? Wait, where does this go? Oh, I see. What? What? I'm so confused.
Another etching, like the one I used to get in here. Is this the lock/key the board told me about?
Just doing my job.
The former showed up there, so are we?
First one down. Director Faden's got this covered.
What's going on there? What's that cat? That I forget what they're called. That cat statue.